on another of the paintings that is going into the Bare Steps Gallery in March. So I've got an exhibition with two other artists called Ethereal Encounters, and it's a journey into the wild. It explores the magic of nature. And as a pagan, I'm also like deeply interested, in fact, probably obsessed with Harry Potter. Like the idea that there could be an actual school where you could go and learn instead of going to a normal school, and you could go and learn how to do spells and charms and potions and care for magical creatures. It just, the whole concept fascinates me. So my exhibition, the artwork that's going in is called my Inspired by Harry Potter collection. So I've been feverishly working away on it for days and days and days. And today I'm going to be finishing the painting in the background, which is not finished yet. I've still got to work on the owls and the painting itself, and then bring it all together. But what I want to show you today is the Wand Maker's Workshop. So I'm going to twizzle the camera around so that you can see the painting that I'm working on. And the light in the studio is actually better today compared to a couple of days ago. I was trying to film and in the sunshine, and I've got like a really big window in the studio with all my bits and pieces on it, and it's great for when the sun shines through. It's lovely to have the sun, but it's quite difficult for filming, and I don't want to have to shut the sun out, but there we go. So it's a good light for painting is what I'm trying to say. So I've got this frame here that I've made. The painting isn't set in the frame yet. The reason why I've got the painting in the frame is this is how it will all come together once the painting and the frame are finished. But I've added this extension here to the bench that the Wand Maker's working on. And the idea of that bench is that I'm going to be able to place 3D pieces onto the table. So I've got it here because I want to create the colour that comes forward so that it looks like a continuation of the painting itself. So I'll be adding like little potion bottles, and then potentially I'll be adding a little lantern, possibly, maybe to go there. I don't know yet. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out. But anyway, so these are my ideas of what I like to include to make the painting that super magical. Oh yes, and there's a little mouse that I've made from air drying clay. Actually, this is from clay that you bake in the oven. Tiny, tiny, tiny little mouse. So I thought maybe of putting a mouse on there as well. I don't know, get carried away. So the first thing to do is to select my trusty paintbrush, and this is one of my favourites that I use. I've got my materials already laid out. So I've got my different coloured oil paints that I'm going to use, and my linseed oil that I use as a fluidizer. And I use that oil to blend the colours together nicely. So what I'm looking to do is create a bench colour that I can bring together with the bench colour that's behind it. I think that works okay, just slightly darker. You see how it then starts to come together, so it actually looks like it's part of the painting. And the key is to make sure that the sides knit into as well. This box is a cigar box that I bought from a second-hand shop in Market Drayton. Whilst I was on one of my wildlife wellbeing walks, so I like to do my wildlife wellbeing walks for 30 minutes. I try to get outside for 30 minutes every day. And the day that I did this walk, I discovered this little shop at the top of the town, and had a look inside. It had got some interesting things going on inside the shop, including, I noticed, a lot of paintings and picture frames and things. And I quite like to buy up second-hand framed paintings, and then I take those frames and I adapt them to my own work. So it's going to come in darker here. Now I put this knife in, but I didn't think when I put the knife in about the frame. So I'm actually going to paint out the knife. I'll put it back in because I like it, but I'm going to paint it back out again just for this, because you can't have the edge of the knife can't go off and behind the frame, because it loses it doesn't work. The effect of the 3D doesn't work. So when I make my 3D frames, much as I like to do the painting so that the painting itself is a standalone painting, I also put it within the frame itself at various stages in the painting process, so I can check that the frame and the painting do work together well. I might have to paint these ones in again. In fact, to get this to work, I will have to just overpaint slightly, but it's coming together. I love linseed oil. It really allows you to blend in layers into the painting. I'm just going to swap to a slightly larger brush. Now I'm happy with how this is all looking. And I'm going to as we get closer, I'm going to lighten up the colour. And I want to leave some of that sort of natural wood colour at the front showing through. So to make that work, I'm using actually quite a lot of linseed oil, just so I can bring the colour of the wood, but knit it in together with the colour in the painting. Need a bit more. I'm just going to put a dash of red in there. And a wee bit more. And take that back into the painting. So I'm working with the colours in the original wood from the cigar box, and I'm working with the colours in the painting, and I'm bringing them together. Just so it works from a distance. I think I could be a bit more adventurous with the reddy colour here. It's quite hard to do actually, because to make the whole thing, you know, work from all the different angles. This needs some work here. I'm wondering whether I might just make this whole bit lighter. I don't know. Good thing about oil paints is you can just go over it. If you're not happy, you can just paint over it. So I think that does need to be darker in there actually, because it's almost like a vignette effect. Oh, that's better. That is better. That is it. See what I mean? I don't know if you can see. I'll show you like a multi-angled video at some point of it once it's all finished. But I'm taking this this vignette effect here, and using that to blend to really make things stand out. So I've got to work on these flasks, but I can't do that until I've got my table right. Yeah, I think this table needs to be just really darker actually. Much as I like the wood, I think that the whole effect would be much better. Yes, it is. It is much better. So I'm just adding in here. Ah, that's better. That's better. Just leaving some patches of light, just so that you've got that lovely glowing effect. And then making this front piece darker. More yellow. Yeah, a wee bit more yellow. That's blending in much better now. Still needs a bit more yellow in there, really. That's knitting in much better. Who'd have thought that a cigar box lid could end up as a piece of artwork? Got to work out how to redo the knife, and I'm tempted to paint it again completely differently. But to do that, I've got to paint right over it. There's a reason why oil paintings are expensive to buy an original oil, because they really do, they do take a long time. They take a long time to paint. When you're painting this sort of detail, it's a lot of work. I do use other mediums, but I still love oil. It's smelly, but it's old, and it just, I don't know, it just feels right to me that the subject matter that I paint should be painted with an old-fashioned medium, really. Right, so that's I'm happy with this. This is what I wanted to achieve. So now, just bear with me. What I now need to do is extremely carefully just feeling on the back of the painting for where I've clipped it in, just gently, just to hold it in place whilst I'm painting. There's the other one, to make sure it doesn't catch. And then separate them ever so gently. And then just going to pop this one down here, and I'll move that to the drying rail. I'll move that to the drying rail eventually. So now I'm going to do a bit more on on this piece. So you can see here at the bottom where the frame is going to go. So I'm just going to blend that, but I'm conscious now that this is my guideline here. So I don't want there to be a hard edge on the painting itself, because I'm going to take print photographs of this actual painting, and the print photographs need to look good in their own right. I want the actual painting to be something that you could have in the frame, or equally you could just pop it out the frame, and you could buy the painting separately, or with the frame. Obviously the frame is sort of designed to go with this painting, but people might like, I don't know, you tell me, let me know what you think. They might like to have, like, to commission their own frame, so might really like the painting but want a different frame done in a slightly different way, and that's entirely possible. So I'm leaving the options open for people. So if they wanted to have the painting when it's as a standalone painting, and then commission their own magical frame, maybe with a different wizard, or a different well, just however you like, really, that they could do that. Right, so that's knitted that bottom piece in. The sides don't really matter quite so much, because there's nothing on the sides of the frame that links directly into the painting, so that's kind of ready to go now. So I've got to work on the detail of the books here, and I've got to fill in the volumetric flasks. I have to make those knit in together, and then these keys here. So to do that, I think I might work on the flasks next. So I'm just picking out some yellow ochre. Actually, I'm going to get some yellow out. I'm going to use some of this one. Just a smidgen, as my mother would have said. And I'm mixing like a kind of gold wash colour, and just painting that over the keys. So they really glow out. and then I'll go round the objects with a darker colour. So I'm also going to work on the flasks as well. I may well need a thinner brush. I'm going to select a different brush and just work in some of the darker parts. It's coming together. I think this one needed a cork, so I'm just painting in. Just needed a stopper, I think, because there's a liquid in there. So you wouldn't just leave it on the shelf, would you? I think I might put one on the other one as well. Painting glass is quite a tricky thing to do because the glass is transparent. So really, you're actually painting the things that are around the glass. You're painting nothing. your painting is just nothing. If ever you had the game Operation as a child, where you need a very steady hand, then that is what painting a glass is like. I don't know what this thing is here that I'm painting. I have no idea what it is. I think it's a measuring cylinder, like a measuring cup. Doesn't really matter what it is, does it? Because in the wizarding world, anything's possible. So in my exhibition at the Bare Steps Gallery in Shrewsbury, which is from the 3rd, Monday the 3rd, through to Saturday the 15th. Is that right? Yeah, Saturday the 15th. I will be exhibiting this particular piece because it will be finished. And I'll be also giving away free prints too. Not of this piece, because obviously this piece is for sale, and I'll have prints available of this piece too, but of a special little painting that I'm doing especially for the gallery, and it'll be an A6 size print that you can take away from the gallery with you, and also a digital download of the same print that you'll be able to take to a printer in Shrewsbury. So I found one, and I'll put all the details in my newsletter. If you'd like to know more, just drop a comment and I'll send you some details. And you'll be able to walk 7 minutes from the gallery, and from there, for about £3.17, I think they said, you can get your print printed there and then, and skip off around Shrewsbury with your print printed out. And because you're getting the digital download, you'll take a little free print, of course you will, because why wouldn't you? But because you've got the digital download, you could go to the printer and you can get it printed in a bigger size. And this is a massive giveaway for me, because you see how long it takes me to paint my pieces of artwork. So to give a free print, a document that you can go and have printed into your own print you can frame on your wall for free, is quite a great thing, I think. I hope you think so too. I've just spotted my phone is doing the low power mode thingy. So we are at 44 minutes actually. So I'm going to stop there and carry on my own, because I need to do the power thingy, because we can't possibly run out of mobile phone power, can we? And I will show you the rest with little videos and snippets so you can see how it all comes together. So I hope you enjoyed that piece, and I look forward to showing you the finished piece, which will be working very, very soon. Bye for now.